You are listening to selfdiscoverymedia.com, where illumination and inspiration is but a click away. With so many genre topics for you on everything that you need to know in life. We celebrate and share the people who have taken the journey before you and who are now here to serve you with their wisdom and their knowledge. The next show coming up is... Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Sara's View of Life, right here on selfdiscoverymedia.com. I am Sara Troy. Well, I am about to travel. I am about to spread my wings and go from Canada to the UK. I have a brother and sister there. We are all turning significant birthdays, and we're going to celebrate each other by spending some time together. We nearly lost my sister last year, and it reminded us how time can slip by, and time is precious when it comes to family and friends and spending time with loved ones. I hadn't been back in 18 months. It was definitely time, definitely due. So the first week is with my sister. I'm very, very, very busy. Then a week with my brother, and then 5 days with my brother and sister before I return home. There's a lot of catching up to do. There's a lot of things we're going to go and do. Going to meet some cousins I haven't seen in 40 years, so that's going to be exciting. I also get to see some of my wonderful radio guests that I have interviewed in the UK, plus meet my new host that lives in Belgium that's coming over to London, who's going to be all about the kids starting very soon. And I can't wait to introduce her to a few other people that I know she's going to have a synergy with and meet her in person. So travel. It's wonderful to be able to go places and do things. Travel itself is not so fun, is it? 3 hours at the airport, wait, squished in like sardines in a plane, lack of oxygen because they turn it down, tired because you arrive in the middle of your night, then you still got to journey on the other side, then you feel disorientated because your body doesn't know whether it's up or down, and then literally the next day I meet all my guests, next day meet my cousins, next day Downton Abbey, next day Mary Quant and the birthday dinner, next day go with my brother down for a little more relaxing week with him. I hope I have the energy for all of this. But you find the energy, don't you? And it's exciting to see someone you haven't seen in a while to catch up. That energy is found. But I have to bear in mind, I have that wonderful little disease called fibromyalgia, and I have to learn to pace myself. And this is something we all have to learn to do. Whether we have an illness, whether we're getting older, whether we're just taking on too much or not, we have to learn to pace ourselves. I have a lot on that first week. The second week, we will take it more easy. Some nice walks around the beach and in the woods, a couple of meals out, coffee out, relaxation. That is going to be something very, very pleasant and a more even pace. So I suck it all up. I ask the will of nature and everything else to give me that energy that I need for that first week. It goes to everything in life, doesn't it? The pacing of oneself, of don't overload yourself. And unfortunately, yes, I'm a little overloaded that first week, but it's just because I'm there for such a short time, everything has to be put in together. But if you know you're going to do that, then you can say to your body, okay, body, mind, psyche, and everything else, let's do this. And then you can relax a little bit later. Let's give and take, okay? Don't worry about so much. Go, oh, but what if I can't? Or what if this? Or what if that? Because now you're feeding the anxiety of it. I know I'm going to pay a price. All right. So that means I need to up my nutritionals and my medicine to compensate for the amount of strain and energy I'm going to put on my body. Maybe even have to help something to sleep in order to get me back into an equilibrium, or do what is necessary in honor of my body. But this is a partnership I have with my body. And I have to say to my body, hey, this is my turn. This is what I'm going to be doing. Be there with me. I'll give you the rest at the other end. And I think if we worry, oh, worry about this, worry about that, that's what we feed. That is what is going to happen. I know my ankles are going to swell on the plane, so I'm going to wear tension socks to make sure that they're supported. I know I'm going to be exhausted at the other side, so after seeing my sister a bite to eat, into bed, let my body have some sleep. And we will adjust. That goes for everything in life. We feed the anxiety of, but what if? What if I can't? Or what if this happens? Or what if that flares up? Take your precautions. Take the extra help that you need from your nutritionals or your medicine. Speak to your mindset. Do some tapping, right? I am going to be okay. The energy is going to be with me. And let your mindset be stronger than your worry. So the first week is going to be stressful, but it's also going to be a great deal of fun. And that fun of meeting people, seeing cousins, seeing Downton Abbey, going off to the Mary Quant exhibit, having dinner with my brother and sister, celebrating our birthdays, is going to be fun. Feed the fun, everything else will follow. Why do we spend so much time worrying about things that have not yet materialized? Yes, there is a balance needed in life. It doesn't matter what you carry with you, whether it's an illness or a limitation of any kind. It's that anxiety of, but can I? Oh, the what if? But. And if we put the but where it belongs, sit on it, then we won't be so anxious about what is going on. Pacing ourselves and understanding that, yes, you may pay a little price, you compensate for it, and you take the rest where you can, fine. Learning to say no when you can is something that's very important. It's hard for me to say no this first week because there's so much to cram in on a short period of time. I'm only there 19 days, and you look at 2 days of travel, that's 17 days of activity. But you take that deep breath and you get out and you enjoy it. The thing is, we're so much stronger than we give ourselves credit for being. We're so much stronger about overcoming. Pay attention to the warning signs. If you're getting too tired when you're out, and go, you know what? Got to stop, got to rest, got to give the body a time to recharge. All right? Go back home, put those feet up, go to bed early, do what's necessary. And that's okay. It's okay to honor yourself. But don't go into something talking yourself out of it because you are worried about what might happen. Prevention can be in supercharging your body, going in with the right mindset, and understanding when you've had enough, that's when you pull the plug. Don't pull the plug before you even get started, okay? I used to love the actual traveling, because that was when you actually had an airplane where your legs actually had room and they actually had oxygen in the cabin. Now they turn it down because they want to dumb everybody down to keep them quiet. And when I sit, I have a long butt to knee thing, and my knees are hitting the seat in front of it. No, not so comfortable. How do I compensate for that? I get up and I move around to make sure my circulation is there. You'll see me in the back doing my ziggy, 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 moving my knees, moving my butt, getting my body moving to get the circulation going. Do what's necessary. Little tapping to calm down, or even trying to just snooze, even if it's surface sleep. Who cares if you snore? Everybody else is in the same zone. And maybe watch a movie just to switch yourself off from everything, okay? We go through life with anxieties, and those anxieties stop us from doing things, and it doesn't have to. Preparing, moderation, having contingency plans, all of those type of things are important, yes. But you don't have to say no all the time just because you're scared of what might happen. Prepare for what might happen and go accordingly. So I'm going to be tired at the end of that week. We will relax when I'm with my brother. Take things at a slower pace. It will be just mañana there. A couple of things we're going to go and do. We can do them when both of our energies are recharged. I think this applies to absolutely everything in life, doesn't it? Whether we're traveling, whether we're going off to see people, no matter what we have. If you have a health challenge, you're always worried about overexerting yourself, because there is a price to pay. But at the same time, if you deny yourself the joys out of life because you're so worried about what might happen, then what's the point of living? Know that sometimes you're going to push a little hard and the body may push back. Have the plan to pay attention. Have the plan to fortify the body. Have the plan to feed your psyche. Don't go anywhere where there's negativity. Don't listen to any negativity. Don't listen to that inner voice going, but you shouldn't, what if this happens, that happens, blah, 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 blah. Don't do it. All right? I know the voice is going to come up. Don't listen to it. Your inner gut will guide you. Your psyche will guide you. Your spirit will guide you. Your heart will guide you. It's in tune to your body. Take the rest where you need it and get out there and enjoy yourself. Enjoying life, uplifting your spirit, laughing, enjoying the company of others, really celebrating life, and no matter what you do, is going to feed your health. It's going to feed your psyche. It's going to feed those waters. 70% water in the body, 73 in the brain. When it's fed happy water, that means it crystallizes into a higher octave, into a higher frequency, and it becomes the endorphins of joy, which actually feeds the whole body positively. If you're feeding the negative and the worry, oh, the pain, oh, the this and the that, the water turns dark, it can't feed anything in the body, and now you feel sicker. So pay attention to all of these things, all right? Laughter and joy is wonderful. Do you have to be belly laugh and rolling around to have fun? No. Sweet little giggles, lovely little tickle giggles are wonderful, okay? So whatever you're doing in life, don't deny yourself because you have some health issues. Don't deny yourself because of a budget. Don't deny yourself because you're worried about what if. Leave the what if aside. Prepare as much as you can for what could happen, right? Set plan B in place, but don't go out there looking to that you're going to jump into plan B. Because if you planned A, well, you're not going to need plan B. Okay, folks? So I am going to miss this lovely little kitty here right now, a 3-month little old kitty called Mimi. And Mimi's going to be wondering where I am. Her mummy is going to be here, but she's got really used to me working at home. And she's purring away like crazy right now. And little Mimi is going to wonder where I'm going. Hey, Mimi. But Mimi, I'm taking you with me in spirit, and I will be back, and you can play with anything in my room. Okay? So I hope everybody does say yes to some events, to things in life, despite what you're juggling, or despite what your challenges are, whether it's physical, whether it's mental, whether it's financial. Sometimes you just have to say yes, and you just have to get out there and do it. All right? Prepare for it, plan for it, embrace it, and go and do it. Because life is about living, not worrying about living. All right? So I will have a few 10-minute pearls of wisdom while I'm away. And when I come back, I should tell you all about my trip and this little one. Okay? Ooh, pussycat. Say goodbye, pussycat. Bye-bye. Goodbye, everybody. We'll catch you next time. Bye for now. We hope that you enjoyed the show and were inspired. Come and visit us at selfdiscoverymedia.com and see what other shows we have for you. And please do visit our selfdiscoverycommunity.org and see how you can be a part of giving back. Thank you very much.